Oh, hang on, let me turn my damn light. If I'm not going to be too fucking bright. That's better. My head's shiny there. Alrighty. Let's leave it there. That looks pretty good. Shiny off the wardrobe there, though. Oh. Press the button! Oh. We'll turn down.
Well, this is going to be a little extra long intro for the video viewers on YouTube, but if you're just tuning in now to Spotify, welcome. Well, not just Spotify, anywhere that our lovely podcast can be heard, because most of the time it's not just Spotify, or Apple, or Google, I don't know what other iTunes, Google iTunes apparently, but
Apple has good far.
But anyway, what's up, Jim? How are you, man?
Man, doing fucking awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You gonna shoot a bow?
No, but I'll shoot something. The shot is wow. Oh, I don't know. I think of
wow.
What's up, Beaters and Beaters? This is another fine episode of the Beardy Brains podcast. Just smack you in the face. I'm gonna smack you in the face. You wanna go, man? Let's go now, bro. People in this episode can be like, "What's going on here?"
Shit.
Jim's scared already. You know by now every intro is different. Oh, what a lovely time.
Oh yeah.
Another episode for the week for everyone to listen to. Hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, my stand's a bit wobbly.
It's the best time of the week for me, really. Like, fucking love it.
The weekend.
Other than stream time, this is close second.
Well, exactly it. I've had to have a couple of days off from streaming.
Yes.
To try and get myself... I wasn't going to really stream last night, but I ended up streaming. And it was pretty fun. Might I tell you that? But yes, anyway. This is just going to be one of those episodes. Ooh. As always... Snack. So as always, if you're not watching on the YouTube, you're missing out on all the weird stuff that we're doing with our hand gestures and the faces we're pulling. But if you don't care about that, you're already listening to the podcast, so you can enjoy it as much as you are, 100%. Oh yeah. So, man, so it's been one of those weeks. It's been pretty cruisy. There's a lot of news that's popped up at the end of the week. It always seems to be a thing which is kind of perfect for us, that the news pops up at the end of the week. There's just a few little bonuses through the week.
It's usually either just before the potty or just after. Like, we can't win.
Exactly.
Like, I've got a hold on the stuff from like last Sunday, Monday. It's like, why now?
That's exactly it. Like, some stuff just comes up straight after we've done it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think maybe if you follow the Twitter, some Sunday, Monday stuff might go straight to there.
Well, that's exactly it. If Jim remembers to post.
I just haven't done that yet. I'm trying to get the perfect thing for it, so
yeah, there's a few things we bounce off each other, so there's always the socials as always, the Twitter and the Instagram. We always post photos up there. Sometimes the socials get a few memes to just remind you that the podcast is still up and going. And even if you might hate us, spam it into your face, into your ear holes and eye holes. We just want you to remind you that we love you and we appreciate you listening and watching.
Always. Also, other than them socials, we've got a Beer Bros Discord as well, which
we do.
If you'd like to join, we'll try and link that in the socials somehow.
Maybe on the Twitter.
Code to the Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, get it for Twitter.
But if you don't have Twitter, try and get it for the Insta. If it works that way. If
Maybe
you actually...
I'll figure out the link. Maybe I can just post it up there and people can just enter it in manually.
Yeah.
Yes, or yeah.
However that works. But you don't have to, but it's just nice.
Grow the
You
community
get caught
a
up
little bit.
to everything.
At least when the episode goes live through Spotify, stuff like that, you get the link straight up on the Discord that way usually. I think I've got it up to date. I might have missed I can't remember if I missed last week's or not. I can't remember now, but I've been trying to be a bit more onto it.
I mean, last month we had 5 episodes, which is... This year's weird again. So things may not happen.
It's going to be one of those times. It just depends on how everything works with how we are in this. Did you fly? Ah, ah.
Oh no.
These flies are already in here attacking me.
Every night.
Every night. They know exactly when I'm starting to do something. The flies come out and they want to attack me. And it's like, leave me be.
The last week, I think, playing Rocket League and there's fucking karate and flies.
It'd be all fine the whole time. There'd be no problems. As soon as I come to streaming, the flies are like, we're here now. We're going to soup your face. Or when the tournament comes, like, the no time when we're playing, as soon as the tournament comes, like, oh, we're going to attack your face so you can't play properly. It's like, fuck off. Like they know.
You need to get one of those, what are they, the mesh beehive freaking masks?
Oh.
You need to get one of them. Or a cork hat. To have while you're streaming would be sick. Like the
cork hat.
The cork.
The Aussie little hat, yeah.
Where do you find them, though?
I don't know if they'd really do it anymore. I might have to make one.
Oh, I just noticed your Aku up there.
What do you mean?
When did that get there?
Don't know what you're talking about. It's been there the whole time.
No.
I was hoping if no one would notice or if you would notice it or not.
Noticed it straight away, didn't I?
It took you about just over 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I seen it, but didn't say anything. I was like, that's fucking new.
I mean, it might change. It might be a thing every episode. I might change what's sitting up there, so... Who knows yet?
Damn.
I might change
Next
the post. The poster might change. I don't know. There could be little things that might change in the background.
Next, it's Uka Uka.
Uka.
What's that new mask? Is there a new bad one?
There's
or
4 new masks. Elements.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing.
Like
but
gravity.
apparently they work, so...
They're pretty cool. That is the
yeah, but there's more names you gotta remember.
Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time if you haven't played it already. It's been out for a couple of months now.
More than that, I think, like 6 months or so, isn't it?
No, not that long, but nearly.
It felt like mid last year.
No, I was here in this place when it came out.
Huh. My time's just...
Yeah, it gets a bit like
my
that.
time's so fast. But, yeah, I mean, if you haven't already, you can still catch us on Twitch. There should be a Beardy Bros Twitch at some point in the future. Don't know when.
We have our personal Twitches at this stage.
Yes, but... as soon as I get to Queensland, things would happen.
Oh, if it gets up here, the podcast could upgrade tenfold.
Ooh, boy.
I've already got a lot of other people that are keen to get involved in the podcast. We've got a lot of people wanting to join in, and I'm like, well, they have to wait until we get ourselves sorted.
I remember one of them was Juddy. He was in.
Juddy wants another one in here, and he'll be in video form. We've got my mate Whoopsie. He wants to join. He's an avid listener, and he's like, I'm loving every episode, but listen to it when I go jogging, and I'll be in one of the episodes. He's just like, I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna be in it. He's like, oh, I didn't get around to saying when or if or what's going to happen, but he's like, I'm in it. You've got me. You twisted my arm, and I'm in an episode. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know when we scheduled this, but apparently you're in an episode. Nah, it's alright. Well, I'm keen for having
we actually have around here. Really like in.
I'm keen for like getting people involved, and I mean it'd be great if you're up here because then we could do one where actually just one big camera, or even if it's different angles that I can cut together. Right. But at least it's the one, because we're gonna have a whole bunch of us sitting around like a setup or something like that. Because I've got a bunch of friends I saw this evening, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'd be down for the podcast. It'd be great. We've all got beards." I'm like, "Damn straight." We all sit
Are they
around.
this majestic though, like ours?
Fairly majestic, yeah. Fairly majestic. So
Fairly. It's like a friggin' chin strap.
everyone's enthusiastic about just sitting around and talking banter. And I'm like, that's it. Just sit around, have a couple of drinks, talk the banter.
The time goes quick. It's good fun. Talk about stuff you want to talk about.
That's exactly it. It's so good.
You cannot go wrong.
So exactly. So we have episodes where every now and then, of course, there is news somewhere along the lines. Whether it's a big lot of news, a small lot of news. This week I don't even know what this week is, but we do have a bunch of news.
We should have a topic soon. We're still deciding on things.
Yeah, because it's like we think, oh, we should do this one, but then we need time to space it out, and it's just like, oh crap, it's here now. It's like, oh,
because we don't want to copy other people. Like we want our own things, our own subjects, our own topics, and it's trying to think of them so quick. Considering the podcast was a spur of the moment, so we've got to still work a lot of shit out.
So we've got that one where we're going to talk about where we talked about in the end of last week's episode. We've got that idea for the movie.
Oh yeah.
We're going to proposition a movie to each other, kind of thing.
I thought I was propositioning it.
To a director, but I guess it's like we can pretend to be like you can pretend to be a director, and I can pretend to be a director, or whatever, or not a projector, but like a company. So we're gonna
we can predict the future. If one of our things is a future movie, we own that shit.
Beardy Bros movie, we gave the idea, so that's something that's going to take a while because we've got to think up a movie, give it a quick synopsis of what the movie's about, possibly, and who we want to have direct it and who we'd have in it, stuff like that kind of.
Do you count the extras, who went for extras and shit?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
No, that's a bit too extensive. That's so many names you have to pick.
Just have all the A-list actors in one movie.
I put Schwarzenegger and Kevin Hart. Okay.
What characters? There's a lot of stuff we can do. So that's actually that's the point of the episode I want to do. So it's going to be a pretty funny episode, I reckon, because we'll come up with the most ridiculous things. So,
oh yeah. Oh. I'm already excited. I've got stuff from 10 years ago that I've done.
That's like that. We've all done something at some point. I can't remember some of the stuff that I've come up with, but we can just talk about them in that episode. So even if there's just one idea, we could talk about multiple ideas. Depends on how much it takes up to talk about it. So we could spitball some ideas.
3-hour episode coming in a few weeks.
Oh,
months.
Could be. Who knows yet? Lord of the Rings epic.
12-hour podcast. Oh,
do an episode where we just read a script of a movie.
That's what I said before. I was we could do Lord of the Rings or something. Read the whole.
Sit here. You play certain characters, and I'll play certain characters. We just read the script out.
you also got to add the voices.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty dope.
Oh, Aragorn, why are you doing this to me?
Man. I mean, maybe we could have audio stuff like that where we read books, movies, anything.
Well, that's we could do that for some other videos. Oh, lock that in, Eddie. Lock that in, Eddie.
We're just going to remember that now since we're 12 minutes in, and it's a long time.
To come back to this, remember that. Oh my god!
But we're always here. We're not going away anytime soon.
No.
Well, we are tonight, but.
So we'll roll on through. We'll go through some of the news we've come through this week. So to get the main thing out the way, so we're not too depressed through the whole episode, we'll go down to the thing and then we'll come back up. I mean, you've got the big news, I've got the big news as well. We're both on the same big news.
Yeah.
So a big news this week was the passing of Christopher Plummer.
Yes, man, I found that out this morning. I think it happened
yesterday.
Quite recently, though.
No, it was very recent. So he passed away at the age of 91.
He had a good innings, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, he did a fair few movies. He got a lot of titles under his belt as an actor. So.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like we were saying before, that I saw Knives Out. He was in that. He was still pretty active up till now.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He seemed pretty okay.
I mean, everyone does. we don't know what happened. When I don't want to dig into it, so
no, exactly.
I
just pass on our condolences.
Passed away at 91, which condolences to his family and all his friends. That happened, but I mean, he was a damn good actor.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't think I really recall any of his other movies.
Yeah.
Top of my head, but I've seen him in quite a few.
That's exactly. He was in a lot. He was in a lot.
All our good actors are going, mate.
Well, that's exactly it. There was a little. I don't normally comment like there was like on one of these groups. I usually follow like a lot of meme pages and a lot of nerd meme pages, and I don't normally comment. I just go, oh, that looks funny. I'll like that. But I had to step out there a little bit this afternoon, or earlier tonight, should I say, and comment out there a little bit because I was a bit like pulled aside. I was like, it's a bit too soon. I felt, I'm not trying to be a snowflake, but like it's like you got to think when you post things. So basically, everyone's been getting on board with the whole Resident Evil thing at the moment, which we've seen. Everyone's dressing up as the witches and Demetrius, what's her name? Stuff like that. Demetrius, but
I don't know how to say
anyway, everyone's
name.
been dressing up as them lately and doing a lot of lewd stuff and modelling and doing all that kind of stuff. And one of the groups I came across, one of the nerd groups, had shared a lewdy cosplay of one of the witches, one of those bug ladies, witches' daughters or whatever they are. The daughters.
One of the sisters.
Yeah, the sisters. And we know recently the voice actor for her had recently passed away.
Yep.
And I was a bit drawn from that because we all know it was recently happened. It was only like we mentioned in the last episode, so it's only still fairly recent. And so the person who looks like to be an admin, I'm not. People might see it around if they hear this and they happen to find it. I don't want people to go digging for it, but I was just kind of going. In my opinion, I felt like in my opinion, I felt that your comment for the post you're sharing is in a bit of distaste, as the person who shared it in the group goes, "What a time to be alive!" And I was like, that voice actor that this character's based off of has recently passed. Like, are you aware of that?
I didn't know that though. So
that's why I put it out there.
It's like a grey area.
Just to warn them in a way. I was like, you do know, like, not to mean any offense, like, I'm not trying to cause any problems, but like, just to be aware, your comment is like in a bit of distaste, in my opinion, as like the actress is, or the voice actor, like the voice actor for this character has recently passed. Like, this is a bit of a tough one here. And it's like it felt almost like, to me, okay, it felt a bit rude. Like, why would what a time to be alive? It's like, well, yeah, some people aren't, unfortunately. Like,
I mean, but if they did know she passed, that's very disgraceful, and you shouldn't be doing that. Like,
that's exactly it. And that's why I was basically just letting them know, I was like, just so you know, like, this is a thing that's happened. You may have been unaware, and it's a sad time because she'd done a lot of work. So she was pretty amazed, but like, it's just unlucky that it just happened to be now that she's got something coming out so recent, and sadly, yeah.
People just, I mean, it's hard to call it bad or like, because we don't know what they thought of it. Like, they probably
exactly it. They might not have realised that she had passed. So
yeah.
So I mean, if she hadn't passed, of course, would have been like, I guess more like, yeah, it's fine. That makes sense. Yeah. It's a cool thing. But like, because it just happens to be that she happened to pass, it just seems a bit of a grey area. It's a tough situation. And I don't think a lot of people don't realise, and that's why just to be wary. Yeah. Like, this can come off slightly offensive to some people, especially if there's people that respected the voice actor, and now
right,
it can become a bit of a harsh one. So it's just like, yeah, it just feels like one of those things where people make jokes of people dying. It's like, yeah, that's a bit too soon. Like, you don't make jokes realistically, but it's a bit too soon.
I mean, ever really. Like,
that's exactly it. Like, realistically, it's always too soon. So
damn straight.
It's not something you should do, so.
Hopefully that's the bad things out of the way. If you've got anything else like that. Anything?
No. I mean, we could go to a positive. We could go to a massive positive if you want, if you haven't heard this. I know you're keen for this one. So the rumours are going around that the Prince of Persia Remake is possibly delayed indefinitely.
Yes!
So...
Oh, that's
good. They're apparently putting on the back burner at this stage because of Ubisoft wanting to, how they've been trying to like make things really perfect lately. They've delayed the game again, but they haven't really given a date of when the release date is now. So it's at this stage delayed indefinitely from what people are saying. So
well, it makes sense because
it looked shocking. That
me, I looked at it. It looked
I was
just
keen.
like the PS2 and was it PS2. It looked just like that, just a little bit shinier.
That's
just
exactly
a little bit.
That's exactly it. Like I was keen for a remake. Like the idea of having a remake was great. Like that's cool. But what we had seen,
Crash Bandicoot, that's
just
a remake.
Just looked like
this was a
an upscaling. Yeah, it was just a very bad upscaling. Like,
is it actually a remake though, or is it a remaster?
They were supposed to be doing a proper like remaster, should I say? It was properly remastered. So. They wanted to keep like. Well, actually, no. What the article when I was reading into the article, they were aiming to be. It's actually meant to be a remake. To be onto it, going from the article, they said that they wanted to make it. They want trying to make it new, but like they wanted to stick to the content as close to original as possible. But they were going for like a whole new engine kind of thing.
But we don't mean stick to the same fucking textures.
Yeah, exactly. That's a remaster. They're like, oh, we're going to bring a remake, but we're doing, technically at this stage, we've done a remaster, and they've gone, oh, fuck, we've actually done a remaster. I mean,
not even the textures, it was the same lighting, it was the same animations,
I think
everything.
I think that grey area where everyone gets confused between what's a remaster, what's a remake, and what's a reboot, and I feel like this has actually happened. They're going, we want to remake this game, and someone's going, okay, well, we're doing a remake, and then they've gone, start doing this, like, that's just a remaster? And they're like, what do you mean a remaster? But this is a remake. No, you just... And you know how people always get confused? I feel like this is what's happened.
If you want a difference, a reboot is God of War. That's a whole reboot.
That's a reboot. Completely. Just take the same characters.
A remaster is like Last of Us from the PS3 to PS4. And a remake is Crash Bandicoot. Like they're three different things totally.
Or Spyro.
Or even Demon Souls. That was completely remade.
That's a remake as well. And I feel like that's maybe what possibly happened because like, we need to fix this because we want to make it like the source material, but like fresh and new.
It looks so bad.
Yeah, it looks so
bad.
So it's kind of funny.
No,
it's kind of funny that it's funny. They're a joke.
It's just a PS2 shined.
Like, that's exactly it. It's funny.
Shouldn't have been a thing. So why they even announced that though? Like it looked so bad.
They were just like, we got to get something out there to get some hype happening. And it's like, okay.
It reminds me of Halo Infinite. Put this out there. Oh, delayed.
The Crag face. Like the character's like. There's no expression, you just like face. So
it makes you wonder who from the marketing side of it, like who puts these trailers out, who watches it to look for that stuff. Like they could have seen it in the Halo Infinite.
Like it was right there, like it's right there, like it's noticeable, and no one pulled that up at the first place when they had it.
I mean, because I told you straight away, them trees look plastic. Everything. Yeah.
They just go like this is a cut done. Let's put it out there. Like does no one like watch it? Do they not give it to like the different media, like their head office, and be like, watch this? Like
it was in. I don't want to shit on Halo Infinite, but it just looked like a last gen game. Like that's all. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the next gen wow factor that we expected. Yeah, like say Miles Morales, Demon Souls, it was nothing up to that. Like Jesus,
that's exactly it. So.
But hopefully we get it sometime soon. Apparently, I saw that it's done. They're just polishing it. So, mid to late year?
Something like that.
I mean, who knows? Yeah, apparently it's all done. Like, it's all done. They're just polishing.
So they fixed up pretty good then?
Probably not.
We just have to wait and see now.
Remember, they have a big overhaul when the dude who did the first three was back there. Like he would have done much if it's already done in a couple of months. He wouldn't have changed too much. So only one way to find out if they show another give us the same gameplay demo so we can compare it.
Yeah, exactly. Recut it all together.
It'd be so nice. Like if it looks actually next gen or not though. That's the other thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Master Chief and that dude in the shuttle look next gen.
Oh, so
everything else afterwards was.
Yeah, like when you get into the actual gameplay.
Like Craig.
I feel like they might have pushed out the wrong one. I still think I feel like it's kind of funny. So like they just because they clearly didn't look, and it was all like basic test footage stuff they had. Like they did not.
Yeah, but it was running on a PC that.
Oh, an alpha.
Series X. I'm like.
Well, that's the thing too. We mentioned this the other day when I think it was with you when we were talking about Halo and we're talking about like what should be played on. Was it PC or Xbox? Is that what we talked about the other day?
Oh, PC, yeah, because the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, well, that was
the controls.
Well, that was the funny thing because with the article thing I shared to you, someone commented on that thing because Xbox was going, "What's a cheat but not a cheat" or something like that.
Oh.
So if you scroll through, I scrolled through, and this dude goes, "Oh, playing Halo on PC but with a controller," and then the Halo Twitter goes back, "That's the way to do it. Like that's the way the Spartans do it." It's just like play it on PC but with a controller. Like even them themselves are recommending to play it on a controller, so it's kind of funny. I was like, okay.
Unless you can change the layout of the buttons, maybe that's a thing on PC.
I don't. Oh god, what the hell is this thing doing? No, don't pop up on the screen.
Because I know on the console you can't change shit.
That was a slight awkward situation for the podcast there. On the video.
You couldn't remap any button. You have to do all these, like, 7 presets, but none of them are modern controls, like, at all.
Yeah.
I might get on PC, just give it a download how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I've never played Halo 2, 3... I played 4 and 1.
A lot of it's supposed to look a lot nicer on PC though, so...
Yeah. Everything does. Except Sony's first party. They look fucking...
Well, exactly. We've always said that before. Like...
Yeah.
Bellissimo.
Exactly. They're so good.
For you.
For you. You had to get in there, didn't you?
Yeah, gotta do it at least once now.
Oh, god damn.
All the things. What else we've got here? A few other things we've got. I don't know if you've come across this, but we've got Star Wars Fallen Order 2 will reportedly feature Darth Maul.
I don't know how to respond to that.
So it's going to be pretty interesting if it's...
Spoilers, Darth Vader's in there, so Darth Maul does make sense.
So yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if that's where that fits in. So.
I mean, they did blow up their planet, didn't they, or something? Like they was on their planet, whatever that was called. So he could be on there.
I don't know what the go is, so who knows? So it's interesting. I saw that and I was like, ooh,
Dathomir or Darthmere, the fucking planet where you get the dual lightsaber.
So that's pretty interesting there. So
it is because I'm not gonna lie. Fallen Order, I think, was my favourite Star Wars game ever. That game was so good. It's like Dark Souls Star Wars edition.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like, if you die, you do have to start at the checkpoint.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, usually at the start of the map, like, there was one level, I forgot what one it was, where you had to fight that robot dude at the end, when you come out from the spinning blade, pop out.
Oh.
That level I spent a day on. I kept dying. I was playing on hard, I think. So bad. Just one slight mistake.
Another one. So as we know, this one's a pretty funny one. I thought I'd bring up as well. So at least they rectified it pretty quickly. But that last update that Cyberpunk had, which allowed modders to actually have access to your computer. Which is,
yes.
Oh, so they've very swiftly come around with a fix for that. So they've patched it nicely so you can safely install mods again. But like, Jesus Christ! I was like, let's do this. Oh God! Anyone can access your computer if they want to. Like,
they could hack you in real life.
Yeah, it was a bit ballsy, that one.
Scary that is. Like, because they had access to your whole computer, like everything on there. Which was a pretty big threat because people's got passwords on there. They got everything on there, and then
like
just
that's a bit ballsy.
hack the mod and just walk straight in, get every password, and
so it's interesting.
Don't play mods until at least like a few months after they're released.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
So that was a bit crazy, that one. So I was like, oh my
God. Like no one expected it. The mod was out a few days. Was it about a week before that?
Something like that. Yeah, they update for the mods made it. They're like, yeah, and mods are like full officially supported and all that stuff. It's like, well, why are you even doing that? Like, trying to bring people back to your game for PC, but it's just like, fix your game first. Like, do all the important things first and then worry about all the mods. And it's like, clearly you didn't even support it properly because it was like broken. So,
who knows?
So yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I mean, it could have been on the developer side. They just let a loophole in there or something. Because they won't admit what went wrong, but they just fixed it.
Yeah, exactly. So they say, but they scared people in the process, I imagine. So
which makes you wonder who finds the hack. Like who finds?
Who was playing with mod? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who was modding to find out that? Oh my god, you can access these people's computers. Like that's exactly it. How do they know? How do they know? What was someone doing? Was someone making a mod to test it? And they're like, oh my god, I can access this person's computer.
Did somebody accidentally hack someone else's?
Yeah, like, I don't know how that works. Like, how do they know?
Unless they specifically went out of their way just to try that, like, from older games and their mods.
Oh.
Like, who knows? Weird, fixed. Hopefully no harm done.
Hopefully. What are some other big news I've got here? Not big as yet, but another tiddly little cool little information related to modding. Metal Gear Solid 5 modding community are recreating Metal Gear Solid 3 inside the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting that they're using the Metal Gear 5 to kind of make a remaster, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for the full remake of Metal Gear Solid 1.
So it's pretty interesting that people are getting creative and doing some cool things.
I'm not sure if it was the one game or all three were getting done. I'm not sure. Because they're all pretty short, really. Like, they could put them all on one disc.
Well, realistically, if you think of what they were, yeah.
Because they've released the trilogy before on 360 and PS3, but if you get one... I think it's Metal Gear... Metal Gear Solid. There's a remake coming, hopefully, end of the year. So, along with... what's it called? Silent Hill. And I saw True Crime. It could be remastered.
True Crime, Streets of LA.
From Activision. Apparently there's more remakes coming from Activision, so who knows?
Well, that was another thing I've got here, too. Activision confirms more remasters on the way amidst of Diablo 2 rumours.
I don't want remasters, I want remakes.
Well, basically that's what the article is getting at. It's a whole bunch of like remasters and remakes, stuff like that.
Because if it's earlier than PS3 and 360, we need a remake. If it's then, I mean, remasters still don't work.
It depends on the game, maybe, if they're really sustainable, because some games are still fairly can hold up still today. Some are just too janky, and it's just like, it's like, well, the combat's just like, it's like, that doesn't work in today. It's like, like, it doesn't work. Like, it's too stiff and it's too robotic. You need to make it more fluid.
If it's a PS2 or PS1 game, I want a remake, not a remaster. Anything older than PS3 is just...
Yeah, because a lot of them you can just reskin and it looks great.
Like we were saying, Prince of Persia. That looked bad. I'm never getting over that.
Well, that was, yeah, exactly. That's so bad.
It would have been worse than AC Unity.
Oh.
And that's saying something.
Another thing, bouncing towards keeping Activision related. Activision being sued over Mara's likeness. You hear about that one?
No. What the fuck?
So basically, this one's an interesting one. I read it the other day.
Mario.
Mara. So the female...
Oh, Mara. I think it's Mario.
Yeah, Mario. So Mara in Call of Duty. So there's stuff that's been popping up where this dude had propositioned some stuff with I think it must have been with Activision, or he met some people, and he had some shots which they've been up on the internet for a while, and he used basically when he wanted to propose like this game or production he was working on, he had Mara model the character, and this is before Activision, before they even had Mara as a character. So he had an artist come in to do the makeup for her and then do some shots and everything like that. And basically what's ended up coming out is that what's ended up happening was Activision themselves end up, hiring the same model, being, I can't remember her name now, but they end up hiring her, they end up hiring the exact same makeup artist, and apparently hiring the exact same photographer to do all the reference work. that this bloke had hired to use for his game, and then they've gone and used all the same stuff to use for their references for their game.
But what was his game? Like a Call of Duty kind of game?
It was like some kind of shooter, and she was supposed to be like the main character or something like that. And he's just been like, well, now I can't use any of this because it's like all this stuff's been going on. He's still in development trying to make this thing, and they've just gone, oh, we've got all these assets now, and it's just like, what the fuck? So he's just like, and he's got reference shots there of all the stuff he's taken, and the character, when you look at the side-by-side photos, they're very similar, like very, because I mean, one, you've got the same actress, like it doesn't help, but like the reference shots are very like the same, like the costumes that she's wearing in the photos that they've used to make the characters off. It's like, ooh, that's a bit ballsy.
Well, why did it wait like a year to bring that up then? Like, why did it...
I don't know whether he's been trying to fight it behind closed doors and it's not working, so he's had to bring it publicly.
I mean, if you can prove that was way before she was involved with, like, the Infinity Ward, it's like, because that would have been done for the last probably 4 years. You would have been involved with that, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. Because his photos, once I looked them up, like I realised his photos have been around for a fair long time. So you look at any of those shots online where you see Zedra, that's it. Zedra. You see her in that military gear. A lot of stuff you see on the internet, like a lot of photos of like the apocalyptic metal gear, like kind of like war gear and stuff like that stuff. That's all reference to his game. That's all those shots you see around. They're all shot stuff and video productions that he worked on apparently for his game. That's all the images you see of her on the internet. And because at the time she was just like a basic model or something apparently, but then it's over time she's grown herself.
I was trying to say, because Modern Warfare came out 2019.
Yeah, he'd been like, these photos have been around for a while.
But how?
And
it's weird.
So he was
going to be exactly the same though. They must have seen his work and thought, "Oh, that looks good."
Basically, yeah, that's basically what it came down to. That's what he was cracking the shits about and wanting to sue him,
that's
because
why you date your shit.
They hired the exact same model for their likeness model. They hired the exact same makeup artist and hair artist so they could get the exact same look. They could have hired any artist, like any hair model or makeup artist, but they didn't. They chose the exact same one, apparently, and then hired the exact same photographer for the reference photos and everything like that to help up 3D model, like the modeler up for the game. I was like, wow. I was reading that article. I was like, damn, that's a bit aggressive.
She's the highest paid person. Like she's played by nearly everyone.
Yeah, so they're killing it. So it's like, damn.
I mean, just give the dude some money and be done with it. Like, at least pay him for the character you stole. Like,
there's many times like companies will steal a likeness of something or someone, and then they don't get any. I mean,
if it takes to the court, he'd probably lose because he wouldn't have proof. But unless he dated everything.
Well, there's been another issue where I've seen before in the past with certain games, which, I mean, I don't expect... I mean, it couldn't be funny to, like, if we bagged them out now and then they try and give us a sponsor, or we ever have an ad play of their videos on our YouTube videos, but I always give them shit all the time, but that's Raid Shadow Legends. They love stealing other people's likenesses and copyrighted material as their characters for their game without getting permission. So it'd be kind of funny if we're bagging out Raid Shadow Legends and then one day we have a Raid Shadow Legends advertisement on one of our videos. Raid Shadow Legends is a piece of shit, and then before the video even starts, like, Raid Shadow Legends, play now. And then later on the video, oh, it's that game Raid Shadow Legends, a piece of shit. So there was one of the characters even then for themselves where they made a character, but they basically stole this cosplayer's own original OC character that she made up and cosplayed as. They stole her likeness and used it in the game. And just changed the colour up. That's all they did. And she had a big whole issue about it, and tried to like.
Oh, it's fair if they changed the colour.
But it's her character. She just like wanted to at least get some recognition, saying, "Hey, okay, yeah, this is me, and that's it." And they just avoided everything. She tried to get in communication with them and everything, and they just avoided every little bit of communication.
But like the Mara character, though, wouldn't what's her name?
Cedra.
Yeah, wouldn't she have said that she was with that first? Like, wouldn't she?
Depends on who's paying it, boy.
She'd have to pretty much say like who did it first. Like,
well, especially going to come up at some point, but she'd be like whatever because she's being paid all this money. So
she'd be like Activison. Cha-ching.
She's like, yeah, I'm getting all this money.
No, I don't think she's getting paid for that now because it's just the character's already done. Like, it's just in there now.
Well, the skin still gets money off of it. The character still makes multiple versions of the skin for that character. There's always stuff that pops up for us, so there's so many different variants of Mario now. It's not funny. So
yeah, but it's just but the base model's already done. Like they can just put whatever they want on that character now.
Yeah, exactly. But she'll still most probably make some money off that. So
it wouldn't be
still being her pop up
too much. I don't think. Like it wouldn't be like bucket loads or anything.
Who knows? So
because it's fucking Activison.
yeah.
They're like, we'll take 70% of that, thanks.
But she's liking the money because she's done those other ads, which you've seen the shave ads. It's, I like my ride smooth. Like, oh, fuck's sake, come on. So dirty.
Yeah, I've seen them.
So dirty. I was like, come on, we know exactly what's going on here.
Them,
I know, but it's just like, of course getting her, but then she's just like, I like my rides to be smooth. And it's like, well, clearly you're sitting on something. Fucking, like, come on, like, using the innuendo to fucking plug it. It's like, oh my god, sexual innuendo out the ass.
Yeah, but that's written by other people, though.
I know, but like, she's like, I'm down for this. This sounds perfect. It's like, fuck.
Who knows? Dad might be in there and say he likes his ride smooth. Who knows?
I don't shave though, so clearly. Look at our beards. Do we shave? I don't think we shave. So.
I mean, technically, yeah.
You shave your head.
I shaved my beard.
How long ago?
Like last week.
No, looking pretty long for last week trim.
Trim the sides. Keep the sides short. You know how it gets all curly and shit, and it gets all fucking messy and
yeah, there's little ends.
Beard problems. If you want to grow a beard, you got to trim it like every few weeks. Like
yes,
guaranteed. Otherwise, it looks like.
What's another thing I've got here? This one's no
one tells you that. Like they say, "Oh, a beard's cool." They're a lot of fucking work.
Oh yeah, you got to maintain the hell out of it.
You got to have everything. You got to
maintain that.
Probably 6 hours. Brush it because it just somehow gets out of whack.
That's exactly it. You got to maintain it.
Same as your hair, really. Like, same thing.
So this one here, this other one I've got here, which I was scrolling through last minute when I was scrolling before I started. I thought I might chuck this one in here because I thought I want to get your reaction to this one. So this is kind of funny. So I'm going to shoot at you. So Jamaica faces marijuana shortages as farmers struggle.
I guess that's people are huffing.
Like how much? I mean, that's kind of like what? It must be the end of the day, end of times. If Jamaica's running out of marijuana,
if they're running out, A, they're not keeping enough in the ground to grow, and B, people are huffing that more than ever.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck at home, like they're still getting high, even though they're not doing anything. Like they're not going.
Yeah,
out,
well, I think it must be a bit of a drought for them, in the sense. But it's just like, damn, like when is what? They're running out of their marijuana.
It's a sad day for Jamaica.
You're making me crazy.
Just hopefully their bobsled team still has some.
Oh god.
Have they actually got a bobsled team in Jamaica?
Is Cool Runnings based off a true story?
Probably not true, but is it?
Might have loosely been based off a true story.
Because I don't think they got snow in Jamaica.
No, but I think that was the point of the movie. I think it actually was making reference. I think they do have a bobsled team.
That's like Canadians having an outdoor soccer team. I don't know if it's real.
I can't remember.
I don't know if it's real. Like Canada's always snowy, but they have a outside sport.
Don't know.
I've never seen one. That's all I see from Canada is hockey. That's all I see.
Sand hockey.
How do you move?
You don't.
You just stand there just whacking.
Four.
It's netball, but hockey.
I don't know. I guess so.
4.
We're playing golf now.
Like 4. Fucking golf now. You just stand there hitting 4. It's hockey.
Goal.
I was like 4. Questions. Questions.
Questions. Here's another one that I came across as well. I don't know if you've heard this one or not, but it's just a pretty cool idea. But out of all people, it was an Aussie. So the person who wrote this article goes, an Aussie legend. So I modified. So an Aussie legend called Mo. Well, that's what I guess they're running by. So has created a tracker to help track the Xbox Series X and PS5 stock that's available and where.
That's handy.
Like they spent I think 3 weeks to make it.
Don't get it because if scalpers got it, there'd be none in existence.
So it's kind of interesting, but it only works apparently in Australia at the moment. But that's a cool, interesting way
because the scalpers aren't really here; they're overseas.
So
I mean, there are still some here, but they're not ridiculous prices.
Ridiculous, yeah, exactly. So,
which also brings me back to Sony. The PS5 scalpers combined have made 45 million
on sales.
Yep.
That's how much they managed to sell because people are too desperate to get a console. I mean, like, I'll happily pay triple or double the amount. It's just like, do you desperately need... Because there's some people out there that have desperately gone out, spent that extra money on PS5s, and then not ended up playing them.
Yeah.
There's people out there going, oh, sorry, just because it was the in thing, and the stupid people, because it's the in thing to do it, it's the it thing to have a PS5, but then you're spending double the amount. So seriously, in the end, you're doing yourself...
Or even triple.
Yeah, in the end, they're doing themselves in because it's like, oh, I want to be the it thing, but then I'm spending more money, so you're stupid enough to be that in the first place, giving your money away to the people that don't deserve the money, and, and then it's like, oh, I've got this thing, and then it's like, for what? Like, do you really need that in the first place? Like, you're fueling this problem. Like,
I didn't need one, but I got one.
But you managed to actually get one at a proper price from a proper retailer.
Yeah, I mean, luckily.
And that's the thing.
I'm trying to say you don't need one. Believe me, there's only Demon Souls that's PS5, really.
It's really worth playing, exactly.
But you can get that on PC.
Exactly, you can get on like a lot of these games out. There really
and
really
Xbox eventually in like
that's exactly it. So realistically, there isn't anything actually to play on these consoles at this stage. You can play games.
You have to play Demon Souls and then go right ahead.
But
get one, but don't pay ridiculous prices.
No, and that's what kind of made me laugh when the whole thing's going on with the debacle of like the PS5s and the Xbox Series X, and then you got like EB Games every now and then going, "We've got PS4s back in the stock. We got PS4 Pros back in stock," and it's just like, okay, I guess. Like
that's the thing, I saw the PS4 Pros and the One X's back in stock at EB. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Unless it's the last of their stock from their warehouses, because they're not being made anymore. Like,
yeah, so I was like, that's interesting that they're back in stock to try and sell extra stock.
And PlayStation have stopped PS4 Pros from being made, so it's just back stock again.
But they're not cheap though. That's the worst problem too. Like, they're not cheap. They're still like normal price near on for pre-owned consoles. Yeah. It's just like they're upscaling the price on pre-owned consoles. Like,
no, they're not pre-owned. They're new, but
no, a lot of them were like refurbished models. I was looking at, like, they were all trying to get like $500 for a refurbished PS4 Pro. Like, that's how much a PS4 Pro costs. Brand new is $500. Like, you're charging the exact same price. If not less.
$450.
Yeah, so and they're trying to
2015,
and they're trying to charge more for like things that are second hand. It's just like, this is not going to help anyone's situation.
This could help you though, Dad. You could go and get a One X though.
For $500, that's like an extra.
Couldn't you trade your one in and get one?
Oh, I'm not trading mine in because it's the Halo console.
Or just buy one?
That's $500. If I was going to spend the $500, I better just saving the extra $250 and then get myself a Series.
Because I've heard AMD have chip shortages and the new consoles can't be made without the chip. And it's a thing where they said the earliest it could be April to June before the next shipment, like the next round of consoles, mid-year.
And there's still people that like have pre-orders that are still needed being fulfilled. Like, that's the thing as well. There's so many fulfillments needed for pre-order.
The chip shortages you can't help because AMD's got to make them themselves, and
yeah,
they've got to make how many chips? Like,
well, exactly. You got consoles being made by like Microsoft and stuff like that. Like, they got companies making the consoles, but the parts have to be made at other factories as well. So then people have got to... So you've basically got a factory that makes the parts for the parts, that then put the parts to the parts, that make the parts to go into the consoles. So, like, you got each factory doing each individual thing, and if that one thing stuck out. So basically, your AMD can't make their chips. So whatever's going on with the console, that's like, well, not the console, whatever's going on with the companies or factories that are making the parts that make the chip, they're having issues most probably. So they're not able to make stuff to then give them to AMD to make their chips, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yep. And
So
it's just a thing where I think it's mainly because of coronavirus and no one they haven't got their full factories working, so they're trying to just keep things going along. But always going to hit a shortage at some point.
Like it basically. Sorry, I was going to say basically.
PlayStation have sold 4.5 million already PS5s.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's a lot. Like they're on track for 7 by mid-year.
Yeah, it's crazy,
and that's a lot of chips. Plus that with your Series S and your X, that's just a lot of chips.
Chips.
Way too many. Like, especially when scalpers get them, so they're going to keep making more to get bought up by more scalpers.
It's just like...
I saw one picture. Someone had, like, hundreds of PS5s in their back. Like, it's just ridiculous.
I know, and that's the worst part. Like, all these scalpers banking up on them all. It's just like... It's going to get to the point where eventually people will have consoles, and these people are just going to be left with consoles that they're not going to be able to sell.
Well, that's good for...
And I'm hoping that happens, because then they're like, oh, fuck, what are we going to do? We can't sell any of these things. And then all the consoles go from worth $750 because that's what they paid for. And then they're only worth like a couple $100, like $200 because they bought too many and everyone else has one now.
Well, the thing is, if that's a thing where the pros come out, they're even more screwed because no one's going to buy an up price in old model.
Well, they can get an improved model.
PS5 Pro
or the Slim or something comes out, you know. Like,
Slim, people will love a Slim over the base one.
Yeah.
I would pick it up, but...
It's fairly big. Yeah, it's pretty big. I've seen it. It's pretty big. A Slim would definitely be a lot cooler. And I usually buy a lot of this... But the PlayStations in the past I've been through, basically all the PlayStations I've owned have been the Slims. So we've always held out on the Slims.
I mean, the OG is good. I mean, I've had no issues. Fucking... Knock on wood. I mean, I've had one where it just shut off randomly. That's about it. But still, Sony, put better springs in your fucking triggers.
Are you getting triggered?
I'm getting so triggered.
Oh, but you can't. You don't have a spring in you.
I've got a spring in my step.
Is it pretty weak?
I don't know. I mean...
Sony.
I can still step, if that's what you...
Do you know why? Because you're not made by Sony.
Thankfully. But sponsor ready. Come on, Sony.
No.
I'll endorse your stuff.
PlayStation.
I mean, that's true. I would actually endorse a lot of their shit.
What other news you got? What news you got?
I've got a few things that are game related. Pretty much all game related. I don't know what the fuck that says. We'll start off with some Matrix news.
Yep.
Someone may have leaked the name of the 4th movie.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Which they sent it to one of the cast. No, one of the
in an email or something like that.
In an email, and someone got it and read it out, and it's Matrix Resurrections, which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Trinity and Neo come back, like
Resurrection, yeah.
But the thing is, all their movies have R. Reloaded, Resolutions, Resurrection.
Makes sense.
What's with that?
There's got to be something there with the R's.
But why? Why R's?
Maybe it's going to be rated R?
I mean, probably not. They're not really violent movies. Oh, they are, but they're not graphic violent.
Exactly. They won't be that bad.
Well, who knows?
John Wick level.
That'd be pretty dope having John Wick in
Matrix John Wick level, where it's just like running around on badass.
John Wick could be in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like it could be one of those scenarios where it's just, I'm gonna make that movie.
Secretly, John Wick's just a video game. The whole time, like we've been watching it's a movie, but theoretically, the whole universe is just a video game that someone's playing.
We've been playing it with our minds.
So it could be being played in the Matrix. That could be what's going on, and we think it's like because it just seems ridiculously badass. And so it's actually a game the whole time.
We are the Sims.
Meta.
Where the fucking Sims? Because when you think about it, we do the same shit in there that we like. Maybe we're sped up by time, and someone up there's playing.
Someone's getting bored. Yeah, they just got this fast time mode on because they're like, "Oh, this is boring. This is the boring part."
Of our podcast, doing a podcast of their podcast.
Who knows?
Oh, also, God of War finally got its PS5 update, which is 4K 60. Which I've seen it. It looks fucking awesome.
Yes, we shared that the other day on the socials.
Yes,
we were onto that one.
I looked at gameplay and it's a lot sharper. Like because the PS4 Pro did 4K,
so pretty.
It was 4K 30, but they put side by sides. The PS5's it's still 4K, but 60. But it's the textures are sharper. Like there's more detail. You can see Kratos' paws, like on his fucking arms and everything. Like in the PS4 one, it was just more smeary, like it was blurred.
Yes.
There's more detail. Which to play at 60, I've already finished it. I want to play it again now.
You will.
Just the story. I don't want to do like the Valkyries and shit again. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That took 3 hours for one fight.
Yep.
No. It just sucks when people do that tied to a achievement or trophy. Like you've got to kill this thing, but it's hard as hell.
Yeah.
Like I only did it with some minimal health left. I'm like, I would have raged. I would have dropped my pen. Also, that game Vigor. Have you played it?
Is that survival one?
Yeah, where you got to build your house and you got your little target practice down the road.
I didn't even build a house. When I last played it, you had a house.
You had to build it though. You had to like upgrade it and.
Oh, I get. Maybe it was a cabin. When I played it, you had a cabin. You just kept coming and going. I haven't played it since then. No, mine was already built.
Yeah, it's built, but you've got to build it though. Like you've got to upgrade it.
Mine had stuff that I thought I needed, and it was it.
No, you've literally got to add like upgrade your cabin. It's a whole thing.
I might have to give it another go.
You also lost.
I played it and I was like, okay, what's the point of this game? Went a bit hunting. I'm like, okay, delete.
I mean, it's good. Look, you got to get crates and get out of the map before people get you. Because as soon as you pick up what's in the crate, you're known on the map. Like you come up as like a thing, and people come and hunt you down.
Yeah, I played on Xbox, but I might look at getting it on PC. It's free to play.
Sometimes you get people in the map. Sometimes you don't. So you just. If there's no one there, like it's hard to tell unless there's shooting going on.
Yep.
So you guys got to keep an eye out. But Vigor Season 7 Mercenaries got announced. Like
Season 7? What?
Yeah, it's gone through 6 seasons.
When did that season start? I don't recall being seasons when I first started playing.
I played 2 years ago and it wasn't seasons. 3 years ago.
Oh god, actually no, it was a while ago. So I don't. Whoa, it's been over a year since I last played it. Because I didn't play it at all through freaking COVID. I played it before COVID. Yeah. So like 2019 I played the game. Jesus Christ. It's been that long ago since I played it. What the fuck? It's been that long since I played Vigor. It's been a whole year.
That's a thing. Also, it is a good game. You need friends to play it with though. Otherwise you get bored going by yourself.
Yeah, friend. Can we play together?
Also, something that just came out is the Black Ops Cold War Firebase Z, which is the new zombie map.
Yes, finally, new zombies. I'm so keen.
I looked at it. It looks so good.
I'm so keen to play the new zombies.
It's so big. It's bigger than the first map.
Oh, yes. If I need it.
It's so open, but it's also closed in. It's got like at an airfield. I think it's Firebase Z. It's got like a thing. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't see much of it. I just saw a live stream and it looked good. Like, I think it's got new mutant zombies in it. It's got like these new big guys, mimics or something.
Oh god.
But it's out now. Of course, it's free.
Do you want to talk about that other zombie game we've been playing?
The zombie game.
The one that's
survival.
That has no zombies.
Survival. It's got zombies in single player.
Do you wanna plug that? Do you wanna plug that out there?
You can if you want. I mean, I
can't remember. Is this new game that's popped up by a little indie company? I guess we never heard of them before.
Simple Plan Games.
Simple Plan Games, not to be confused by the band Simple Plan.
Yeah, but it's got Simple Plan Games. They just put games on the end of it.
So there must have been a band of Simple Plan. So I don't know. It's a bit interesting.
Oh, all the games are Simple Plans.
Maybe it's that simple, like simple planning. Simple planned games, like it's Simple Plan Games.
But yeah, I've played the most on it, I think. I killed a zombie. It was pretty scary because it just ran at me. I'm like, ah! I had a little stone hammer. Just kept bashing it. But yeah, that's a thing that you can catch us on Twitch when we're playing it. It's pretty cool. It's called Survival Lost Ways. And pick it up. It's just came out on the 5th.
Early access, yeah.
Yesterday. Well, the 5th for us was yesterday. Well, 2 days ago nearly now. But yeah, it's fun. It's like Ark, Conan, survival, cut down trees, gather wood,
kind of mixture,
kill things. Dale got fucked up by 2 guys.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look at this house in the middle of the street, and I turned around going, oh, and these guys just came out of nowhere and started shooting me. I was like, ah! Bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave, and then I got shot in the head and I died. I was like, wow. That's great. Yeah. Thanks for that. I'm only a noob. I've only got no clothes on. This dude's had full gear, clothes, and I just had nothing with a lax. Like, what do they expect? And then I'm whacking a tree. What do they think I was going to be doing? I'm whacking a tree, like...
Probably rob them, like after all the little villages.
I'm not that much of a threat, like...
Apparently.
Apparently I was.
But
so.
we on there sometime soon. Not tonight, but sometime soon.
We'll be streaming some of it.
Check Dale out on PickleTube TV.
Yep. And Jim over there on Captain Sparrow Jim. No, Captain Jim Sparrow.
Captain what? Sparrow Jim.
Sparrow Jim. Captain Jim Sparrow over there.
Also, 2 games, technically 3 games dropped yesterday/today. One was weird for us. It came out today, which was on the 5th. That's weird. The Neo collection, which was Neo Remastered 1 and 2, and Werewolf, The Apocalypse Earthblood.
Yes.
Which I heard bad things about. Like, IGN gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yep.
I had high hopes for this.
Well, who made that game though? Who made?
I don't know.
Like another high-end tier indie developer. There's a lot of indie companies coming out lately, which is good for game developers. It's good that we're seeing a lot of studios coming out making games and a lot more people making games. But it's just like some of these games that are coming out, it's just like what? And then some that are like seem to be up high tier. They got published and like they're getting console releases. Like here's an indie game. It's up here. It's like okay. It's like, but like, wouldn't they?
I'll give my thoughts on Werewolf when I get it. Because apparently you can only buy it from Oz Game Shop on disc, which is weird. Like, where's EB and stuff?
That's a bit weird.
It's on the stores on console and PC, but
it's more of a digital release than physical.
Yeah, but the Oz Game Shop has it, and it's cheap. It's like $50
Special, I don't know. It's weird.
But yeah, I looked at the reviews. It's a bit of a letdown, but I will get it some point soon. I will play it. I will give my opinions on it. Don't go by what they score it, because that's one person who probably doesn't even like the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably just gave it a 5 out of 10 just because he didn't like it. I mean, that's how I'm going to do it anyway, but don't listen to them.
Exactly.
Also, Neo 1 and 2. I played Neo 1 a little bit. I was waiting for the remaster so I can get into it.
We get both of them now.
On PS4. Yeah, well, both for $100, I think, which is cheap.
Something like that.
Well, they're properly. I think they're redone for PS5, so you get like the DualSense support, the loading, which is good. Like for PS4, Neo took for a while to load. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking chucking pens.
You gotta calm down with your pens, man.
Also, this is the weirdest one of the week. Well, for me anyway. It's my last one. Also the weirdest. I looked on YouTube this afternoon, and saw the game Skatebird. Skatebird, where you're a bird on a skateboard. I'm thinking, why do birds need skateboards? They can fly. I mean, it does flap its wings when you do jumps and stuff.
That's interesting.
But yeah,
That's
it's
weird.
called Skatebird, and they have a rooftop trailer, which I checked it out. I might actually get it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But someone in the comments said they better have a hawk called Tony. I was like, no, don't do it. Like, don't do it. But that's coming out this year on PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox. So, Skatebird. Like, who thought of Skatebird? Like, skateboard plus a bird, Skatebird? You fall asleep, Des.
No, I'm just like trying to figure out what the frig's going on, and I'm trying to comprehend like bird, skatebird, birdman, man bird, like hawk, Tony, hawk. Like,
I'm being serious. You YouTube it right now. You look at it right now and give your opinion straight to the fucking potty. And
all right. Well, you keep talking about something. I'll look it up right now. You drag this out a little bit, and I'll try and see if I can find a video of it.
Well, I'll try, but I've got nothing else. But
we can quickly talk about
Destruction All Stars got released with games. No, with PS Plus, which I am rather enjoying. Like, it's just arcade demolition derby. It's so good. Which was the good thing to do. If they released it physically, no one would have bought it, I don't think. But with Plus, they can play it, test it out. I had 2 games, I think. I haven't gone back to it yet, but I had so much fun that I really want to. There's so many characters. Like, there's like 12 characters you can be. They got their own unique cars, their own emotes, their own sayings. It hasn't got a career mode per se. It's got like challenges as a career mode to unlock things, and runs at 60 frames at 4K, which it looks amazing. It's very responsive. I will be streaming that at some point. I'm not sure when, but it's so good. I'd check it and I was watching that trailer. It looked interesting though, Des.
It does. I feel like I'd much rather play that game, but
right? Like, it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks pretty cool. But why a bird? I'll put like a lizard on there or something, not a bird.
But when you get into the tricks and the bird's wings go, they just like they glitch out. They just spin all over the place. So it's just like, oh, it's like, oh my god, like what the hell's the bird doing? It's just so retarded.
It
looks fun. It basically looks like playing OG like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but as a bird. Like, it's all button-based like tricks and stuff, like you were playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but you're a bird. It's just
like, who greenlit this though? Like there's no doubt I'll probably play it like
on the Switch. There's all these crazy games on the Switch. There's like games on the Switch that I've been talking about needing to get, and I still haven't got them yet. Like that Office one where you like destroy the, like you try and deliver. I gotta download that. I need to get that. I need to download that so I can get on my Switch so I can play it on stream. I think that'd be pretty fun to watch on play on stream.
I thought I'd save that till last, just because you wouldn't expect that ever, like at all.
Nice one, Gary. Oh god. You
wouldn't have expected Skatebird. It looks nice though for a skating game. It looks nice. I'll watch it at 1440p and ooh.
It does look good, but at the same time, it's just like, why?
It's a bird. Like, birds have wings. Birds don't need to be.
Why is it birds? Like, maybe if it was like a dog, skateboarding dog. Like, okay.
That's been done though.
Like, but an actual game though, like.
Give us like a lizard or a spider or like a fucking bird. Who knows? It could be fun. It could have a story mode. Hopefully, it's got something like that.
Go talk to this character. Tweet, 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 tweet. It's like
just like Twitter.
Oh my god, it's like Banjo-Kazooie talking to characters. Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
I miss them. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie worked though. That game was so... I hope there's a remake of Banjo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Looking at you, Rare.
They might pull some of that out
And
of their ass.
bring Conker back.
Yes, we all want our Conker back.
Make a whole new sequel. Make a sequel. Microsoft greenlight that shit.
Like, people will play it.
Not many people know, except for like people who are our age who would have played it back then.
Give us Simpson Hit and Run 2.
I want GTA 6.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
I also did hear news on GTA 6 that it's aimed at release end of 2023, which isn't that far off.
No.
And also it's set in the 70s.
Interesting.
Over multiple islands, which is also interesting.
70s, so it'd be kind of like how
Vice City.
Vice City, I guess around that time. I was just thinking of Driver Parallel Lines when you could flash back to the 70s. I used to love just playing that.
And
Parallel Lines?
they've got to share it's one protagonist, one male protagonist, not three. So that's a good thing. I didn't like the three.
I got too carried away. It was a cool idea at first, but then it just got too carried away.
It was just Trevor and Michael. I didn't care for Franklin's story.
Well,
I got bored.
When you play it the first time through, it seems cool, but when you try and come back and play the game again, you're just like, why do I have to have three characters? Like, can't I just?
I mainly want to play Trevor's parts because his was fun.
Like, if they gave the game where you could just choose out of the three, like you had the three, but you played as one through the whole game, that would have been cool because then you could have three different experiences.
Yeah.
Something that Cyberpunk missed out on. That you could do that. Like have something where you choose one character, you're following that storyline, and then if you played again, and you play a different character, yours a different storyline, and you're actually getting a different outcome. Like everything was a completely different game. Then you're actually getting three games in the one, and it makes you want to replay it all over again.
I mean, it pretty much is 3 in 1 because you're getting 3 different stories, but it all comes to the same ending, which they could have varied a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to die.
They don't have choices. Well, I mean, everyone survived for me, so.
Yeah, I pushed the guy on the edge over the cliff in the trunk. I put the old dude in the thing and just...
Yeah, I left them all. I got all 3 of mine left alive, so.
I was going to kill Franklin, but... Actually, first off, I was seriously considering Trevor to be gone, but
I think at the end of it, I think you can only kill off Trevor. I thought it worked out to be.
I think Franklin is in there.
I think you go to try, if I remember, I think you try to go to kill Franklin, but it ended up turning and killing Trevor instead, if I remember.
What? But why Trevor?
So, yeah.
Oh no, the game should have been just either one of them 3, just one of them.
It could have, had the option where any one of them could have died off, or none of them, so. Or at least
plays one of them. Just plays one of them.
Yeah.
One of them 3, like.
There's 3 different styles, completely 3 different styles. Well,
who would have fit nicely?
Well, there's 3 different styles. So I don't know where Trevor doesn't really fit with any of the previous characters, but like Michael feels like an older version of like Vice City, like it kind of feels like an older version of Tommy Vercetti, and then you've got Franklin, which is kind of like a newer version of like CJ. So you had like San Andreas going on, and you had a bit of like Vice City going on, and then you got Trevor, which is just a completely different story altogether. Yeah, like you get this whole different experience. So
because one protagonist, many islands. Are we gonna visit like any previous games in that? Like
how they're doing it? Yeah.
Is like Liberty City back in there, or
is it going to be like massive kind of RPG where you've got one story over here and you got to catch a ferry or whatever over to this one and do missions over here and come over to this one, do missions over here and then come back to here, and so you're traveling all over the place.
I'm interested.
So it's going to be very interesting to see.
2023. That's only 2
years away.
It's not that long, really.
No, but you think about how long they've been dragging out GTA 5.
10 years now.
Like, and they could have had a 6 by now. So
is it 10th year this year? Was it 2011?
2013, wasn't it?
No, that was for the PS4 on that.
Oh, was it?
Remember, it was on PS3 in that first.
True. Let me double check that.
I think it's the 10th year this year. But I do want to play GTA 5 again, but I might wait for the PS5 upgrade version, just so I'll get better resolution and input and
it was released. Frame. Yeah, it was released in 2013.
Yeah, what about PS3? Oh, PS3 as well then. I don't remember what. It's about 10 years, and it's not 10 years.
Yeah, it's originally it's the 15th. Whoa, my God! GTA 5 is the 15th installment in the Grand Theft Auto series.
Yeah, it's all spin-offs and shit.
The original edition was released on September 17th, 2013 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Oh, so it was... Well, that's about 10 years then. It's been like 7.
Oh, well, when 6 comes out, it'll be 10 years.
Maybe, yeah, well...
Because 2023.
That's if it is. Take the rumours I said with a big grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows. Like, Rockstar revealed nothing.
Yeah.
Also, Dan Houser left a little while ago, so it could be completely different.
Who knows?
It's weird getting a... This is the first GTA game without Dan Houser.
True. I can't remember who he is, but true.
One of the bosses of Rockstar.
Cool story, bro. Needs more dragons.
It's not Skyrim.
For straw fart.
But yeah, man, like GTA 6 2023 is rumored end of 2023. If that's true, I mean, it'd be nice if it was sooner, like 2022-ish. Give us a medium. Give us a middle ground. Middle of 2022. That's like God of War. Could not even be out this year. It's probably next year.
Yeah.
Because if...
The way things are going.
Coming out, they haven't shown nothing else but that teaser back at the Game Awards. Or whatever
exactly it was. But Game Awards are mid-year, so we've got another Game Awards coming up this year, and they could reveal stuff then too. So
Game Awards aren't mid-year. What the fuck?
What are they?
No, Jeff Keighley's in December.
No, but wasn't we had the
that was
stuff,
E3, wasn't it?
Yeah, mid-year, the mid-year stuff that we have.
That was E3. We got that reveal. Wasn't it?
E3, and then there was the summer game.
Actually, it wasn't E3 because Sony didn't do E3.
No, it was their summer game fest thing, mid-year.
Was it?
Remember we covered
like September or something.
No, we covered it through June, July, wasn't it? The summer game fest.
I don't remember.
Here, I'll bring it up now. So I'll just talk about it in the meantime. Like, I'm keen for my delivery for next week. We've got the I've got my second copy of Cyberpunk coming through. So.
Oh boy!
I got a special on at the moment from EB Games because they had their collector's edition on sale for $250, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy that." So I was like, yep.
"You'd be stupid, not too really."
So cheap, and I was like, "I'll get it on PC instead, so then I can play it on PC."
Yeah, I want to do that as well, but I don't know. I've already finished it. I don't want to. There's no choice. Nothing changes. But play it. It's fun. Well, for me it was. PS5, yay. A PC is the best way to play it. If your PC can handle it. that is.
So yes, here we go. So the event that happened would be in June. Because we had last year, we had the PS5 reveal event was in June.
Because I seen something where it was meant to come out in March or April, could be even May. Between March and May, God of War could have came out.
If it doesn't come out then, we most probably will hear about it through June. If it doesn't come out any time before then.
Because I actually Googled, I put on Twitter and tagged them in it. All the God of War games come out between March and April.
Yes, this one will have to be the same.
1, 2, 3, and the God of War reboot was all in March and April. If this doesn't, it's not coming this year.
That's exactly it.
It'll be next year, I reckon. I mean, that's a quick turnaround. They finished God of War in 2018. That last one came out, and 19, 20, pretty much 2 years they made the next one. I don't reckon.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things.
I mean, they've already got the world made and the assets, but still, I mean, unless they continued on straight afterwards,
possibly.
Like like a Lord of the Rings, Matrix kind of thing, where just kept going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hopeful it's this year it comes out because I do want to play it. But
I gotta play through mine eventually at some point. Play through the first stuff.
50-50. I'm thinking it's early next year it's coming out. Something else got delayed. I can't remember what though. Because we've got Horizon coming out this year, so which we haven't seen no more of.
No, so it depends on when they're coming out.
What are you doing?
They'll mostly, if it doesn't come out before June, they'll hold it for the June.
Yeah, but June, it better come out in like a few months after that, like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. They just hold it, teaser for last reminder, and boom, it comes out.
Yeah, because they've stopped doing E3 now. Like, they're out of it completely.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, so they're doing their own, what is it? State of Play? Which we haven't had one since, well, a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago.
Oh, it was a little while ago, yeah.
When they put up all the dates and then they took it away, like they retracted it. Like, oh, you sneaky dogs.
Yeah, you had to quickly find them and then...
Oh, the pictures are out there, but... Come on, Sony, give us some games to play. Like, Ratchet & Clank, it's meant to be out, like, very soon. No more gameplay, no information.
Not hyping it back up.
No additions, no anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no pre-order. And it's meant to be in the launch window, which is between now and April.
Oh, that's the other one that they got announced for a remaster? Remake? The Mass Effect.
Oh, the trilogy. That comes out next month.
Supposed to be all built primarily in the third engine, so...
March or May it comes out. Or between there.
Which is interesting.
I can't remember the date.
If you're someone that hasn't played Mass Effect and you want to get into it, this will be the best time to get into it when it comes out.
Also, if you want to see all the butts that are in there, they're being censored.
Oh, the what?
All the butts.
All the butts? Mass Effect. All the butts? Yep. Why?
They're all being censored.
All the covulacious booties?
Yep.
What do you mean they're being censored?
It's a thing. They're being taken out.
No, that was the best part of the game. Those curved, plumptuous butt cheeks in the tight space pants.
Yep.
The space booty.
Apparently they're being...
Okay, I'll redact that. Do not play Mass Effect Trilogy. Do not play it at all.
Play the original ones.
Play the OG ones so you get those nice... Because I remember there were those times which they were so out of place. Because I saw that in those screen caps where you'll see like the character and you just happen to have in the foreshadow. It's just ass in the foreshadow and they like just happen to have it like cheesily in the... off place.
But that's gone in the trilogy remaster.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Dale's dreams.
High definition space booty. I don't know.
I just actually wonder what else they've changed.
Like a lot of people seem to change stuff. What else is being
censored?
Why do things have to be censored these days? Like, why can't we just have the things we had? Like,
I don't know.
Ah. How do you think that makes Duke Nukem feel? I'm pissed off. There's no space booty.
He'll even be censored this day and age, I reckon.
He's like, beep. Oh, you gotta be beep off.
Too many snowflakes out there, I guess.
Oh, he's so good.
Like, who gets offended over space booty?
People
are they jealous it's better than yours?
Well, it's not better than mine, but...
We'll grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know. It ruins it for everyone else.
Like us, who we don't give a shit if it's in there or not. Like, a game is what they, like the creators want. Like, if
they're trying to
take it out,
they're trying to say ass doesn't exist in the universe. Ass exists. You get used to it. Go to a gym, you'll see plenty of ass everywhere. I don't know.
Well, not all the time. They're usually in sweatpants.
Yeah, but that's still ass. Doesn't matter if it's female or male. You'll see ass everywhere you go at the gym. They're in their sports pants. Just ass.
But yeah, that's a thing that's being censored. So I don't know if it's real or not, but it's been talked about. So
maybe it's just hype to get the game hyped. Maybe it's just nonsense.
What, they're saying they censor it to build a hype?
Hey, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, but if they want it to sell better, they say there's ass in it.
I don't know.
It's Activision. That's weird.
Activision? It's Activision? Bioware?
BioWare didn't do it. I don't. Did they?
Yeah.
No, they're not doing it.
Who's doing that?
I think it's someone else. It's not BioWare, I don't think. Because they're making the new one. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
Wasn't it EA? Wasn't it owned by EA?
EA. Oh, what is Activision then? Isn't Activision BioWare? BioWare Activision? BioWare EA?
Electronic Arts.
Yeah, but who's doing the remaster though?
BioWare with assistance from Abstraction Games and Blind Squirrel Games and published by Electronic Arts.
Yeah, it's not mainly BioWare, so I guess things might have...
But it's published by EA. Oh, this bloody thing again popping up on the screen. Oh my god.
What is that Activision for then? What the fuck?
No idea, but now I've got 2 times in the podcast video it's popping up going, we've detected a new change in your audio.
That's weird.
Message has popped up on the screen, so now I've got to somehow fix this up.
Fix this up.
I might have to modify the box.
Week, if there's any more news in the next 48 hours or so, be on the Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, things happen like as soon as we end, we're like, oh, that's new. It's so bad. We're not changing the day to Sunday or Monday. Fuck that. We like it as it is. People like it as it is. It gets their week off. It gets their weekend off strong. It kicks off their week as well. In many people's case.
Nice. That looks nice.
But I mean, I think I'm done for this week.
Yes.
You got Darlo there fiddling with things.
Yeah, I was just looking at the comparison that they had up on the internet on this article for the difference between like the old school and new school. And someone was like, "Oh, the new remaster doesn't do it for me." It's just like it looks way better. You got lens flares and better depth and detail. Like, get over yourself. So. Well, from what I've heard, I think it's supposed to be all in the 3rd engine, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but they're making a whole new game in a whole new engine. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to play this and then play the new one and be like, this feels better. That's good.
I still got to try and play through Andromeda at some point.
And
then I've got, like... What's the other game they did?
It's like $5.
Dragon Age. I gotta try and play the Dragon Age game I bought because I bought them both games for like $10 with all the DLC. Again, new audio detected.
You keep cutting out.
Oh my god, the thing popped up again. My stuff's having a spaz.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, when it cut out, it has that flash cutting out, going, oh. Is it working again?
It wasn't, but then it did.
Yeah, it came up again, going, new audio detected. Please change this. I'm like, no.
But you've got one mic. What the fuck?
I think my port's playing up. I was like, no, there's no cable on this, so...
Yeah,
no mic. It's just, this is my only mic I've got. Oh, and my webcam has a mic on it.
Did you mute that?
No, it's not turned in, but it's mostly going from one and the other one's trying to work, but the other one's turned off, so it's just...
Because I went through the things and disabled everything but this.
It could be my ports are playing up because I'm running it through the thing, and it could be the splitters might be freaking out, I don't know.
Just plug it directly into your PC then.
So it could be, it might be the webcam maybe freaking out, even though this is working. If the webcam, even though it's not running, flickers, then it might be like having spaz, because if you've noticed, the webcam's been spazzing a little bit. On and off, I've been noticing it's flickers and it kind of like it's friggin' been doing it recently. I don't know if the camera's going already. I mean, it's a cheap camera, it's been good, but hey, if it breaks, I'll just buy another one.
Get a proper DSLR.
So that's pretty big and heavy.
Better. Yeah, but you get a mount for it. Get like a thing for it and just. They come with one usually.
I think they'll work because I don't think I can run my DSLR through for streaming. I don't think.
Yeah, it just plugs into your computer. It's like the webcam. Everyone uses a DSLR now. Like, it's if you've got a webcam, they're cheap and nasty. Like this, they're not meant to be used for high quality things.
Oh well, most time webcams your thing's like tiny, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, but if you want to be serious, so you want to get a proper camera, which I'll do that eventually.
Super serious.
Super serious. But
yeah.
I think
anyway,
I'm done for this week.
I'm done. All right, bye. Bye.
was quick. I'm done. Is there anything you want us to add, Daz? I was going to say.
Not really.
I could still see you over there.
What?
But you're still coming up. I can still hear you. So, I mean, if that's it, we got Daz is now gone.
Hello.
There you go. You must crawl, you fucker. He was like, I'm done. I was like, what? What? Hey, if you want to see all that, come over to YouTube, to the dark side, and you'll get every. I've spoken into that. I hope my phone picked that up.
I don't know. Maybe.
I can't wait till we can do like video and audio on the same thing. However, if you have any tips how to record video and audio on the same thing, please drop us in the comments on something. Because we're using our phone and Discord, and it doesn't work that well because when we talk like this, the phone may not get it.
No, they don't get all the best bits. It's kind of, you got to be on YouTube to get all the best bits. Sorry, people on Spotify and every other form of podcast listening in the ears.
Man, if we can extract the audio, though, it'd be nice.
I could come down
without
here.
Cutting the audio from the video.
For those guys, especially on the end here on the Spotify. Hey, what's happening?
The Spotify podcast.
Spotify podcast.
Yeah, but that's me. That's me done. Unless you've got anything to.
No, I'm done.
Send us off. Find out.
No, we already did the outro last time with the other one. I'm not saying that again. I already said it through the episode, so you only get one.
One what?
You only get one.
One what?
You only get one. You only get one Gary per episode.
Nice one, Gary.
No, don't work. There's only one Gary per episode.
I mean.
But anyway. Alright, I'm done. You done?
Yeah, I'm done for this week, man.
Alright, too easy. Sounds good.
I mean, I'll send us off as always. We have been Dale and Jim, and you've been listening to Series 2, Episode 6. I must say Series 6. Episode 6. We'll catch you guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next week, Episode 7. And as always, have fun, stay awesome, and bye.
Bye. Nice one, Gary!
I just got that before I clicked it off it. I hope it kept it.
I hope they kept it. I'm gonna leave a little bonus here on the end here. This is a little bit extra for the people that aren't listening on the Jim just said I wanted to leave something to surprise Jim here. I just want to leave a little bit extra for people on the YouTube, so I thought, well, we'll have this little bit of extra segment. I don't know, we appreciate you guys on YouTube. I thought I'd just leave this specially. So if you aren't listening on the Spotify or any of the other things, thank you very much for supporting our YouTube. We really appreciate it. Oh, yay! Like, I mean, it started off pretty good. So it's the views have eased down a little bit. I mean, it happens. You know, you may not watch it. I do find the audio is the main thing. From what a lot of the feedback I get, people do prefer to listen to the.
Because we don't plug the YouTube as much.
Well, it gets plugged, but people seem to prefer to listen to it while they're walking and doing stuff rather than watching. Like, there are people that want to watch this, and we appreciate you for watching this and, and still listening. So I thought a little bonus, little thank you at the end, muchly appreciated. But, I mean, there isn't really anything I wanted to have. I just wanted to extend it a little bit more for goodness how many...
There is one thing. If you like the content, smack the follow, subscribe.
Exactly. Smash the like button, ring the little bell, put that up there and subscribe. I should put some things in this little bell icon. Maybe I might actually do that.
And you'll get your lovely Beardy Rose every week.
Exactly. You'll know when it's up and it's live and it's appreciated. So we had that high spike at the start. Like I said, we had the high spike at the start. So I'm going to give you some stats now. We had some high views for the first 3 episodes. Episode 4 and 5 have been very low. So we got up to about 30 views per episode, if not more. Episode 4 and 5 have been low, like no double digits. They've all been single digits. So it has its moments, I guess. I don't know what gets the traction going. But
also, the YouTube algorithm is whack.
It is very whack. I've been trying different tags.
You might not get out other episodes, which is weird. Like, it might not show up. It might come up later.
Exactly. So I'm thinking of like having maybe a little bit extra content for the YouTube after ends, like before and after. So if you're watching, you get that little bit more. So I thought I'd just have that in here now, so you know if you watch this episode, you know to look forward to the end of next episode. You know that there's more content to come. So this one's going to be a lot extra longer than the audio for sure. So yes, and I don't know. I did have a joke here. Yeah. I did have a joke here. I actually wanted to.
If I knew that was the end of it, I would have had some more things. But
no, I want to leave on a joke that maybe I don't know if it's what's the joke I had. So here's one. I don't know if it's just I thought this was a good bit funny. Why did the non-binary prospector go out west? Do you know, Jim?
I heard it before. I can't remember why.
Because there's gold in them there hills.
God dang it. Oh, God. I heard that on stream somewhere. Where did I hear that? Was that your fucking stream?
Oh, I can't remember what it was on, but I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's funny. I can't remember which one. I saw it on the stream.
Son. That's right, like, I heard it somewhere. But where?
It was somewhere. Yeah, see, it flickered again.
Yeah, no. It was weird.
So this is like the little bit, but no, I think we'll actually wrap this up now. So just want a little thank you at the end there. This is the full proper wrap up now. So thanks for watching Thanks for watching the YouTube video. Thanks for sticking around for this little scene at the end. If you've stuck around this long, a little extra long. This is we're doing. I'm doing a little Peter Jackson here, where we've got Lord of the Rings, and this is the Lord of the Rings extended cut at the end here. So the extra 2 minutes of maybe 3 minutes of content. It's a little bit longer, so. But yes. All right, now we're done. Bye.
Bye.